This program is brought to you by the Genesis Communications Network, a world leader in talk radio since 1998. Visit GCNlive.com today.
Broadcasting and streaming live all across America. This is HomeTalkUSA with Michael King, where we will discuss topics pertaining to your home with industry-leading experts. Michael King is a licensed general contractor with more than 30 years of experience in home improvements and the author of Contracting with the King. Join us this hour for our segment Invent America with your co-host, the inventor lady, Rita Crompton. Discover what's next in the home improvement industry and explore new products and innovations. Or if you have that next great big idea, learn what it takes to bring your invention to the world. As Michael King and Rita Crompton talk to America's inventors and innovators. Remember, the America of tomorrow is being invented today. We invite you to visit us at HomeTalkUSA.com, one of the best resources for home improvement information around today. Your best life begins with your best home, and there's no place like Home Talk. That's HomeTalkUSA.com. And now, we proudly present Invent America from the #1 home improvement radio program in the country, Home Talk USA, with your host, the Cajun contractor, Michael King, and his co-host, the inventor lady, Rita Crompton.
Yay! Welcome, America! Again, I do want to welcome a new affiliate to the Home Talk USA radio network in the Invent America show. We have WDDQ 92.1 FM. That's out in the Adel, Valdosta, Moultrie, Tifton, Nashville, Georgia markets. I want to thank old Jack Ring, who's the program director for getting our show to the area of the Georgia markets out there. So thank you so much. And again, I'd like to welcome my co-hosts. We call her the inventor lady herself, Miss Rita Crompton. Rita, again, it seems I just talked to you again.
I know. I was going to say the same thing. It's like it is amazing how fast a week goes by. Ooh. And you know, our inventors are so excited. I was talking to a gentleman who I'm getting lined up for next week, and he was so excited. He goes, "I can't believe you actually called me." So our inventors are learning and happy and grateful to share the products that they're getting into the marketplace. But it's so much fun. It just goes by so fast.
Yeah. Now, we're going to talk about guarding your money. This is what this episode's about, right?
Yes, it is. And for so many, money is, it once it's gone, you can't get it back. And so I get so many inventors, Michael, that say, you know, I started out with a budget, but I spent it here and I spent it there. So we're going to talk today about how to avoid some of those mistakes that get made early on because you can't get it back.
Setting a good plan of action, and a good budget comes with a good plan, or a good plan comes by making a budget. I don't know how you want to word it, I guess.
Well, I guess, you know, I've had people downloading the Inventor's Galaxy Guide, which goes through the phases of, I have an idea, what do I do, to getting it into the marketplace with the pendulum swing of the dollars involved. So many of my inventors, they'll spend just a ton of money on the patent because it's the first step. So they'll spend the money on there, and then they don't have any money left for making the prototypes. And so, you know, I had an inventor spend $10,000 on a provisional patent. Well, they should be a fraction of that.
Yeah.
And so it's like, you know, all right, your money, you know, the patent is actually the least expensive part of this whole thing. So when I get somebody who says, oh, my God, I spent this much money on the patent, it's like, get a different attorney because you needed that money down the road. The prototypes are more expensive. The marketing is more expensive.
And if you get an unscrupulous attorney that's taking advantage legally, though, the problem is legally, you could really take you to the cleaners because you know, if you listen to this show, we do have a way where you can do an inexpensive certified protection patent. You know what I'm saying?
Well, just when one of the attorneys I work with, because I work with several, when they do a full patent, the non-provisional or the utility patent, it's synonymous, it runs somewhere between $8,000 and $10,000.
Yeah.
The provisional is the front half. Yeah. When I get an inventor that says, well, I spent $50,000 on my patent, it's like,
wow,
you should have been able to get to the marketplace for that, so find a different attorney. Yeah. And it just makes me crazy because that's early money now that you don't have to spend on the prototype. So, when we talk about the first money that an inventor spends, it's on the search, a good, independent, comprehensive search. Now, it's a conflict of interest for the attorney to do the search. They don't want you to tell the inventor that.
Yeah.
But they really want to write the patent. They don't want to do the search. And inventors don't want to pay an attorney billable time to search through a database.
You got it.
That'd be crazy. So, what we do is the comprehensive independent search. It's $500. And then the inventor looks at it first. That allows the inventor then to frame the conversation with the attorney, not the attorney to frame the conversation with you.
Yeah. And that starts the road right there, that first part.
Yeah, and both of our inventors guests today were self-funded. So, they're both selling product in the marketplace.
Oh.
So they've got stories to tell, cool products, and they really learned it the hard way, but just, that self-motivated, one step at a time. And, I'm going to let Chris tell everybody how much she spent because that'd just make your eyes roll back in your head.
So our first guest is who? Hillary O'Hare with Holdylocks?
With Holdylocks. And if she's not available right now, we're going to give Chris a call. But either Hillary or Chris is going to be our first guest. Yeah,
I think she just texted me, though. She will be available in about 5 minutes, so we got her. So, good.
Excellent. That's good, because I know she was real excited to be on, and I had met her because she filled out the form.
Wow.
Went to the website, filled out the form there to be on the show, and I was able to give her a call, visit her website, check in with her about what she's done in the past. And it's like, she's got a good product for ladies, and she's got a great, website and experience because she's done things a little bit differently than some of our normal inventors.
Well, it's good to pick the brain of the companies and the inventors that already went down that path,
It is, and they've got so much to share, and, they're more than willing to talk about the mistakes they feel they made so other inventors don't make the same mistakes. And it's, for a lot of inventors out there, we know there are millions of people that have ideas, and they just don't know what is the first step to take. Yeah. Without risking their money or, sometimes their mortgage on their house. So it's really a matter of getting them the good steps to start with so that they can, have that next great idea.
I remember telling you a while back that, when I go to these trade shows and talk to some of these young inventors that really invested a lot of money, there's a lot of them that don't even know how they're going to get home.
I know. And speaking of that, I had a guy selling a Corvette to pay for his,
trade shows, and we talked about that last week, trade shows are very expensive. Very expensive.
They can be. Yes, they certainly can be.
But if you carpool your stuff and do what you do and get a whole bunch of them in one booth, and it kind of cuts the cost. But, hey, there's the music. Got to step away. We're up against a hard break right here on the Genesis Communication Radio Network at GCNlive.com. Don't forget to check out our television show at HomeTalkTV.com. This is episode 1032 and counting. And, hey, we're getting very close to that milestone. So right here, along with my co-host, the inventor lady herself, Miss Rita Crompton, we're going to take a short break, pay some bills. Got to pay the bills. Hear from some of our great sponsors. Check them out at HomeTalkUSA.com. HomeTalkUSA.com. Me and the inventor lady will be right back. Yay!
Talk USA with Michael King. Do you have questions about your next home improvement project or home repairs? Now you can chat with verified home repair and home improvement experts in just minutes. Get the help you need by visiting HomeTalkUSA.com. One of the best resources for home improvement information around today. Your best life begins with your best home, and there's no place like Home Talk. That's HomeTalkUSA.com. And now, back to Invent America from the #1 home improvement radio program in the country. Home Talk USA with your host, the Cajun contractor Michael King, and his co-host, the Inventor lady, Rita Crompton.
All right, welcome back. Don't forget, we are streaming live on the World Wide Web at HomeTalkUSA.com. All right, Rita, I'm looking forward to talking to this next guest, Scott Tarcy. He's got a tremendous story, and you've probably used his help in the past. So I guess he's our next guest, huh?
He is our next guest, and I am so pleased to introduce everyone to Scott Tarcy because he is one of our sponsors for Invent America, and he's the president of CAD Design Help.com. He's based out of Charlotte, North Carolina, but he works with people, inventors all over the world, and specializes in 2D and 3D CAD work. So, Scott, thank you so much for being one of our sponsors, and I am looking forward to just sending you a ton of new clients.
Awesome. Look forward to talking.
Yes. So you've got, not only do you do the design work, but you've got over 50 products of your own in the marketplace.
That's correct.
So back in the day, before rapid prototyping, inventors had to just go right to a mold, and if they made a mistake, it was very, very costly. We had one years ago where they were about an eighth of an inch off before it became a choking hazard, and she had to throw away 5,000 units and go back and have them all done again. So the 3D printing has really saved inventors a lot of angst in getting their product ready to go, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, right now, unless your product is really big, you could start selling your 3D prints as market validation, or even making a mold at all, just to, just for that part alone. And then obviously for design validation, that's a massive thing you can get done as well.
Well, you're an important step for the inventors after, I tell them you do their own version of their prototype, duct tape and cardboard. Legos does some pretty good stuff. So does, Play-Doh. But, once they've kind of gotten it out of their head and they have fine-tuned it as much as they can, you're the next step. And when inventors miss that, then they can be like our last guest and spend a ton of money with designers where they could have, gone through that rapid prototype process with you.
Yeah, I mean, if you're working with somebody who doesn't know manufacturing, then you could make some design on a computer that really can't even get made at all. I mean, maybe it can be made by 3D printing, but if you reach any kind of volume, then you'll never be able to make a profit because cost per unit 3D printing is too high, at scale. So, yeah, it's really important when you work with a designer that they know how to make things for different manufacturing methods.
Right, and a lot of inventors don't understand that difference between the sexy prototype and the manufacturer's prototype. So being able to have access to someone like you who helps them understand those stages is really important. What do you need from an inventor to get started with them?
I typically ask 5 questions, so I'll read them off for you here. Hold on. I haven't written my phone. I don't have them all memorized, but I know I have it here. Second. All right, so first question, what it is and the problem it solves. That's the first thing I need to know, because typically you're solving some type of problem.
Right.
A sketch or a picture. You can go to Google Images, but I need some kind of visual. A lot of people try to just describe it in 2 paragraphs or a page of words, and it's really hard to interpret that in terms of what you want that to look like. And so some kind of picture is necessary. We need to know about the important features. So if it's got to withstand certain forces, if it's being used in a certain environment, temperatures, these are all important things because it's going to dictate materials and a lot of times thicknesses and different aspects. And then we need to know, some dimensions and sizes. Most people I would say err on not giving me enough. I did have one client who gave me crazy measurements down to like the 8th decimal place, which is just like, it doesn't even matter at that point because no one can even manufacture something that precisely. But he's the exception to the rule. Most people would probably not give me enough versus too much.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Your information and your contact information will all be put up on the website so people can get in touch with you.
All right, great.
Yeah, thank you so much again on behalf of the Invent America show, Scott, for coming aboard and putting out that great information and supporting this show. Thank you again, my friend.
All right, thank you.
All right, that was Scott Tarcy. He's president of the CAD Design Help.com. Please visit their website. Well, we're going to come back. Me and Rita's going to wrap up. Got some breaking news and a lot going on, and she's going to also have some information. If you have a product out there you'd like to try to get to the market, what's the steps of even getting on this show? We're going to be right back, so stay tuned right here on the Home Improvement Broadcasting Network, streaming live on the World Wide Web at HomeTalkUSA.com. This is episode, and we're counting 1032. Me and the Inventor Lady will be right back. Don't go nowhere. Yay!